What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you guys how to use the HSL tab in Adobe Premiere Pro, just like as if you were going to be color grading your photos in Lightroom or Adobe Camera Raw using the hue, saturation, and luminance. I'm going to show you guys today how to do it in Premiere Pro and do a lot of selective color grading to really take your video's color to the next level. Alright, so we just hopped right into Premiere and I've got 3 clips pulled up, one from the Philippines, one from Turks and Caicos, and one from the Maldives. These first 2 are going to be pretty simple as far as color grading goes with the HSL tab. This last one, I'm going to actually do some masking and some different selections, so that'll be more advanced. But real quick, I'm going to start with the 3 of these. These are all raw. I'm going to put an adjustment layer over the 3 of these, kind of just give these a base color. So I'm going to kind of go a little bit fast through this first part. Add Luma Tree color to that adjustment layer and just give these clips kind of like a basic color grade. Oops, wrong thing. Just kind of give these a basic color grade that I would do to most clips that I color grade. Super basic. Alright, so I've got my base color grade. The clips are definitely looking better and everything. But here's what we're going to want to do with the HSL tab. So first off, we're going to want to click Window and click Luma Tree Color. And over here, we're going to have our entire Luma Tree Color kind of panel. It's the same as up here in Effect Controls, but it's a little bit more working space over here. You can see more, and it's kind of off on its own, so you can just kind of get into every single thing. So when I first learned color grading, I only stayed up in the basic correction tab and the creative, mainly for vibrance on this one. And I never really touched any of these other ones. To be honest, when you look at them, they look pretty intimidating and they're kind of like super crazy. So it's just something I've stayed away from. And to be honest, most people I know just use LUTs. They don't even color grade their own stuff. But today I want to show you guys how to use this HSL Secondary. So it obviously looks different from Lightroom, the HSL tab there. This is a super powerful feature inside Premiere Pro, and it can really change the look of your footage. So for this first clip, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the Luma Tree color just directly to the clip. I could make an additional adjustment layer, but I don't want it to conflict with this Luma Tree color. So I would either do another adjustment layer, or just for purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to put it on this clip. So let's say we want to change the greens on here for whatever reason, or maybe we want to make them more warm. So I click this first dropper and I click the color. So right here is a solid green that's throughout, and I want to click this color gray check mark. So what this is going to do essentially is it's going to show us a mask of the selection and the color you just chose. Okay, so I clicked on this tree right here, and Premiere identified all of the colors in the frame that look like this. And if I scrub around this clip, you'll see that Premiere also tracks my selection. And now I have these HSL tabs. So I can move these little triangles around and I can make my selection bigger or smaller. And I want to make it bigger because it did capture a good amount of the greens, but not all of them. So I want that highlighted. As I broaden the saturation tab, I'm getting more selection of the greens. And same thing with the luminance. It's pretty rare that I mess with the hue when I'm making selections. I mostly will just do the saturation and luminance because they do a good job of getting the color I'm looking for. And then once you're happy with your selection, you just uncheck that and it's still selected. It just makes it so you can actually see your clip. And then you can change the white balance, you can change the contrast, the saturation, you can change the entire color of it. So like if I was to take this up, it would totally change the hues of those greens. So that's a really crazy feature. And as you can see, it doesn't affect any other colors on the entire frame. If I want to make the trees purple, I can do that. And some clips you have to be careful with if there's a lot of overlapping colors. For example, this clip has a lot of yellows, greens, aquas, and blues. So when I selected the greens in the trees, it got most of them, but like here in the water is a little bit kind of just messy, so obviously I wouldn't go with purple trees. You could probably get away with this, just as if there was kind of more red sand in here. But you know, you can play this through, and Premiere does a really good job tracking that color change. And then you can make, so here in the center is kind of without any changes. But let's say you just want them to be really green. So you can bring the circle over here, and that makes a huge difference. And it's subtle, but it really can take your color grading up a notch to get super specific. So let's just hop into this clip, show you guys just multiple selections and what they look like. So for this, I'm going to select the water, which is a nice bright aqua. But there's some blues, you can see there's some shadows and stuff. So let's see what that selected. Quite a bit, but now I'm going to spread out my selection, and I want to avoid all of this, and I don't want the rooftop, you know, that rooftop is white, but since it has some blue tones, it's getting picked up. So I want to lessen that, and then I'll play with the other tabs to try to get the water. And this won't be as intense, but it picks up that shadow side of the pool, and that's what we want. Has a nice outline of just the pool. You can scrub through and see that it's really doing a good job tracking that water. So I'm happy with that selection. And let's say I want, you know, reddish water, I can do that. Honestly though, you're never going to be doing something crazy like that. For this, I would probably just be making the color a lot more vibrant, a lot more aqua. So I would drag it down here, which is super subtle, and since it's just enhancing what's already there, like no one is going to even know that you selectively colored that, but your water is going to look so much better. Like I can show you the before and after, just looks really nice. And then let's say you even want to go kind of more intense with the color. You could do something like this. I don't really like that shade of blue, but it's really nice that you can make a selection with your HSL tab and do something like that. All right, so lastly, I'm gonna color grade this clip of the Maldives, and this was shot at sunset. You know, you can see there's some nice golden light on the foreground and the water, and the sky has some nice orange hues. So for this, I'm actually gonna do 2 different Luma Tree color layers and show you guys how I can color grade 2 different things in a shot. So first off, I'm gonna be making selections on this using the opacities. So I don't want my kind of frame to fit. I want it to be smaller, so I can make selections. I can probably get away with 75 if I give that a little bit more room. All right, so drag Luma Tree color onto this clip. First off, let's make this water nice and really blue. So we'll click that color, see our selection, and most of this scene is water. So I want pretty much all of that selected, not the sky though. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that selection. In the foreground it has these spots, but that's not water, that's moss or rocks or something, I don't know. But super happy with that selection. Doesn't really have the sky, has a nice horizon line, doesn't have any of the buildings, so should look good. And I just want to exaggerate the color that's already there. So boom, one click, that just entirely changed this scene. I'll show you the before, after. I think that's insane how freaking nice that looked. So I'm super, super happy with that. Let's see if we can do anything more that we like. I really like that, and I think that's a game changer. I'll show you before our basic correction and that. So that's our raw clip. It's with the base color grade, and that's with our HSL selective color grade. And now you can see, so right here in our effect controls is our first color grade with the HSL tab. And we're on our clip, so I'm gonna drag a second Luma Tree color, because if you're gonna be using multiple selections, you need to have multiple Luma Tree colors. So this first one is gonna be for the water. This second one we're gonna do for the sky, and we're gonna intensify the sunset. So for this, I'm going to get some warmth, get some tint, not too much, some saturation, maybe drop the highlights a touch, vibrance. And I need to see for this, I need to see the motion of the clip. Okay, nice. So I was kind of sweeping sideways, and if you watch when I play the clip back, the horizon right here is nice and steady, that doesn't move. This is a lot harder to do if you have a moving horizon for what I'm about to do, but I'll play it back. You can see that this horizon does not move, so that means this is gonna be super easy. So now that we have our colors right here for sunset, I'm gonna grab the free draw Bezier tool, and I'm gonna draw attempt to make a perfect rectangle around that, which looks awesome. However, it looks a little too sharp and fine. So what you have to do for that is just make your feather nice and big, and then with that, expand your mask. So this line right here is going to be where the effect ends, and these dotted lines are going to be where it feathers out to. So you just want to get that in a nice spot. I think that will look good. So let's play it back now. And that looks, in my opinion, incredible, and you can really see such a difference in your clip. So it's some super cool stuff you can do with kind of selective color grading and the HSL tab. It kind of is, I mean, I was super intimidated by this when I first used it, but now I love it, especially when I'm editing places with like super blue water or sunsets and I want to do some very exaggerated, vibrant colors to make the clips look extra cool. So I'm just going to show you before and after on this Maldives clip. That's the raw clip to base color to HSL tab on the water to the selective color on the sky. And that looks incredible. So I hope you guys found this useful. It's kind of one of those features in Premiere that maybe a lot of people don't use, but they don't realize how powerful of a tool this is. I really love the HSL Secondary Tab in Premiere. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you guys on a later video. Thank you for watching.